Hey everyone, welcome to Pickleball and Beyond. My name's Ryan.
My name is Vino.
And today we are looking at the Blade X Power and Blade X Control from Pakle. So Vino, didn't we already do a review on these paddles?
Yeah, and why do we have 4 paddles right here, right? So, what's happening right now is, this is their new batch.
Yep.
This is their old batch. So if you go online, they're still selling the old batch for 120. Use your code, you're getting more discount. And these are going for 140. So if you go online, on their website, this is named as previous batch and this is new batch. Everything else is just named the same.
Yep.
Okay, so big question. Have they made a difference? When you look at it cosmetically, they've added a little bit branding on the side. We'll get some close-ups.
Yep.
But also, just touch and feel,
Yeah.
the material's better.
Yeah, that same side, right? It's a more protective coat on it. It's going to be more durable. Again, it ends up happening where you scrape it on the ground. But this edge guard is a little tougher,
Definitely,
which is good.
yes.
But for me, the biggest upgrade, more important than that, is the grip on these new ones. I didn't realize that the old grips, like the bottoms just didn't quite feel right, didn't quite feel as natural. And these new ones right away, I was like, holy smokes. And we were switching back and forth between the old back to the new. And I was like, the grip alone, I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm like, and it's not something an over grip can fix, right?
Yes,
It's the natural shape of it has just been improved.
Just feels better. It's almost like, you know, you get a paddle, you fix it a little bit, put a brand new, really good grip.
Yep.
It just feels better. And that's exactly what they've done. Just even holding it feels nicer in your hand.
Yep, again, it's the shape of it. It's
Yes.
not because it was a new paddle we were testing,
Yes,
right? It was
yes.
the shape they've improved.
So again, like just to remind everyone, they have their Power series and their Control series. The Power series has this hybrid Kevlar and carbon fiber mix.
Yep.
13 millimeter, one of those rare 13 millimeter paddles. And the Control is just a Kevlar surface with a 16 millimeter.
Yep.
Okay, so why don't we start with the Control and then jump into Power, right?
Yep, let's do it.
How did it feel? How did it play better?
Yeah, so certainly, again, just like the name implies, I'd say it played, you know, it's like a control paddle, but it is more towards that, like, it's pushing more of that middle of the road. And I believe, actually, we did call this original an all-around paddle. And I would say the newer Control release is, I would consider it a control paddle, but it's still pushing that all-around paddle.
Yes.
But the biggest difference here is we noticed there was certainly more dwell and it was softer on the new batch, without a doubt.
Again, like if you play them separately,
Yep.
I don't see you'll see a lot of difference, but when you compare them side by side,
Yep.
that definitely had a little bit more control.
Yep,
to
it was certainly a little softer to
Yes.
it, 100%.
And when you look at the numbers, right? The swing weight is very similar. The old one was 117, the new one was 115. The twist weight, 116 for the old one. Sorry, 6.6 for the old one, 6.7.
Yep.
So very
Yep.
comparable.
Yep.
So let's continue on. How did you feel the power? Was there a power difference?
I did notice some power difference. I will say the old batch did hit a little harder for the control.
Yes,
It
yes.
certainly did.
Just a smidge.
Just
Again,
a smidge,
yes,
again,
yes,
smidge.
yes.
But I almost like seeing this more because this is the control one, right? And the original, we placed it in the all-around just barely.
yes, yes.
But now we're placing their control paddle. It fit our control category. So I think it was awesome, this new batch.
And it played, like both the paddles play like a 16 millimeter
Yep,
paddle.
certainly.
Very, like, you know, characteristics of that. You've got really good drop shots, resets, you know, so everything else kind of played very similar. Just, it felt a little bit nicer in your hands when you played them side by side.
Yep.
So, shall we jump on
Jump
to
straight to
the
the power.
power, right? I think there was more difference here
Yep.
than I felt the difference there. So let's go, I mean, definitely look and feel. Yes, we touched on that. How does it play? Let's start from control side and push that side.
So I think this was more of a direct upgrade than what we were looking at
Yes,
before,
yes,
right?
I
From a
agree.
control perspective, it stayed identical.
Yep.
But not, I guess I'm just gonna jump the gun
Yeah.
right away. Again, it's their power paddle, and now there was certainly we noticed more power
Yes.
consistently coming from the new batch, which was
Yes.
awesome. So it was funny. Originally, we called both of their first releases were like, they're all around paddles. The power one is close to being a power one, not quite. we said the control paddle was close to being a control, but not quite. And now they both just kind of notched in those directions.
Yes.
And now we're saying, I can say that their power line, okay, it now cracked into the power category. Their control paddle is now in the control, which is awesome.
I think you knocked the nail on the head. Do you want to touch a little bit on spin or any other characteristics on this that, you know, it changed between the older batch and the new batch?
So from a spin perspective, it did stay pretty much the same.
Yes.
I did remember maybe there was a slight difference in the new control paddle with a little more dwell, but the spin seemed to overall stay pretty much the same.
Yeah, and that's what I think I'm going to agree with you. The power changed, but as far as the spin and everything like that, I think it was very
And even the
comparable.
numbers, like you said, on the swing weight, twist weight.
Yes,
The maneuverability still felt relatively the same, but that handle did make a difference in, you know, just the overall performance.
And again, just for numbers, reference point, when we did that came at about 109, 108, very similar, 6.08, 6.1. So, I mean, couldn't cut it with, yeah. And I think even the spin, like, you know, when we were playing, sometimes that felt a little better, sometimes this felt a little better. So
Very
that
comparable.
I would say is just user because it felt identical. I mean, overall, very nice.
Yeah, it was nice to see this, you know, we were almost a little skeptical at first, right? It's like, okay, it's the same paddle, a new batch. Like, did they really change it all? And it was slight changes only, right? But I think they were for the better.
I agree. And I would also say, like, if you want to grab a paddle for about the $100 mark.
Yeah, using our code especially.
Yes, I mean, still, like, you go get the old batch, you're going to get a really good paddle.
Yeah.
I mean, phenomenal paddle. And one of the first 13 millimeters that really has a new character.
Yeah, and again, for both even the old batch of the power, I know we both preferred the power paddle.
Yeah.
And we were in love with this coming from 16 millimeter paddle players. I mean, the control on this for like how much power it has is really good. So this new release is really exciting. Again, that it retains like a pretty good amount of control and still now hits even harder. So we really like these power paddles especially. The controls are very nice, but I think this is the money winner.
Again, since, you know, this is another paddle that we really are excited about, we were able to talk with Pakle. They are going to give another giveaway. So that the old batch had a giveaway. This also has got a giveaway. So please comment, let us know which one you would like, and we will make sure we pick a winner. We'll put it on our website, and you can get yourself one of these 16 millimeter new batch paddles. If you want to demo these, we have these, both the batches. So you can try and see what works for you. We love helping people find paddles. That's where our passion is. So please subscribe. That's how we keep bringing new content, doing more giveaways. Comment. We love hearing from you. Press that like button so that we know that you like this. And hopefully we'll see you on another paddle review.